An all-important CCL game between Bhojpuri Dabanggs and Telugu Warriors. And I have with me the two captains, Manoj Tiwari of Bhojpuri Dabanggs and Venkatesh from Telugu Warriors. I also have for company Ram Charan from Telugu Warriors, Mr. Anand Yadav, owner of Bhojpuri Dabanggs, owners Telugu Warriors, Thirumal Reddy and Mr. Suresh Babu. And I've got the referee, Mr. Raghunath. So can we just find the cause?
Yeah, sir, I'm going to toss.
All right, tails is the call.
Yes.
And
Tails.
tails it is. So, well done. What have you decided to do?
We're going to bat today.
Okay, any particular reason for doing that?
I think the wicket looks pretty good, and I think we'll give them a good score, and then we'll see how it goes from there.
And do you have any particular target in mind?
No, I think we should just play a game today, stick to fundamentals, play straight, and see how it goes from there.
Well, wonderful. Wish you all the best and have a very good game. Manoj, you've lost the toss and you have been asked to field first. Any disappointment?
नहीं सर, आई एम हैप्पी. मैं जब हम लोग फील्डिंग किए हैं तो मैच जीते हैं.
क्योंकि पिछला गेम भी आप बहुत बढ़िया खेले थे. आपका हाथ का हाल कैसा है? क्योंकि बहुत सारे फैन वेट कर रहे हैं कि आपके हाथ पे चोट लगा था. कहीं ज़्यादा सीरियस तो नहीं है?
नहीं बिल्कुल सही है. वो थोड़ी चोट लगी थी बट वो अब सही है बिल्कुल. मैं अपने जॉब पे बिल्कुल सही रहूँगा.
बैटिंग और बॉलिंग दोनों कर पाएंगे? बहुत बढ़िया.
100% सर, हमारी पूरी टीम तैयार है. We are ready to rock, sir.
All the very best. So that's the news from the center. Telugu Warriors have won the toss and have elected to bat first.
Sun's baking down on them. Wide first up. And let's make no bones about it, these actors, they're not used to playing in such conditions. And you've got to admire them for putting themselves in a position where they are being tested in severe conditions.
That's much better. A lot of shape on the ball. Came back in a fair distance there. But I have to say one thing here. It was really a no-brainer. You win the toss, you bat first. You don't want to be fielding in this kind of condition, in these hot, really baking conditions. And you're absolutely right, Rohan. For these stars, more used to working in totally different conditions, can be quite a handful, as the bowler's finding out at this point.
Well, I think he's just trying to do too much. Trying to get the big banana in swing. And in doing so, losing shape of his wrist. Aadarsh opening the batting for the Telugu Warriors. There's that in swing once again. This is what he's striving to do, Manoj Tiwari. But when he gets it right, he gets the ball to come in a long way.
Yes, absolutely right. The Telugu Warriors captain Venkatesh, of course, won the toss, elected to bat first. And you've got Aadarsh getting off the mark with that couple race through the offside. And on strikers end is Aditya, who's been a prolific run scorer for them all through this tournament this season. Of course, talking about Manoj Tiwari, he's been very handy with the new ball for the Bhojpuri Dabanggs. Remember, both teams on 4 points apiece. That's a great delivery. Just held its line.
Well, a virtual quarter-final, because the winner of this goes into the semi-finals because they move on to 6 points. So high-pressure game. Lots to play for. And both teams feeling the heat because there was a stage in the tournament where they looked to shoe in to get to the semi-finals. Faltered in one game and suddenly the pressure's on them.
Great shape on that delivery again. Came back in a fair distance.
Bowling.
He's getting the ball to drift. There's another interesting scenario here. It's not as if the side which loses the match today will actually be completely out of contention. Remember, then it'll boil down to what happens in the next game when the Veer Marathis take on the Mumbai Heroes. That's the second match of the day. Just didn't get the shape on the delivery at all. Another wide. This is the third wide this season. I think he's trying for a little too much at this point of time, isn't he, Ron?
Well, he's just got to stick to the basics, get that in-swinger going the way he has, because obviously from what we've seen, Aadarsh hasn't really been comfortable with it. So to that point,
It's a fair challenge to send down 6 legitimate deliveries in an over. He's going to have to bowl 9 if he doesn't bowl a wide here. And remember, he was on the field. The players were out, well, about 3 or 4 minutes, 5 minutes before the game actually began. That can be quite difficult in these conditions. Well fielded indeed, a chance of a run out here. Oh, just took too much time to recover.
well, there was a single in it. The non-striker should have been backing up. End of the first, it's 5 for no loss.
That's what happened there. Oh, brilliant piece of effort to stop the ball, but look at the amount of time he took to recover there, Ron.
Absolutely. And that's why I said there was an easy one in it. Because he was on all fours, the ball was knocked away about a few feet from him. By the time he got back to the ball, collected and chucked it back to the keeper, there was an easy one. Aadarsh ran 3/4 down the track and then made his way back. So if the non-striker, Aditya, was backing up, he would have made it comfortably.
So a productive first over, effectively, in terms of the fact that you got 3 runs of extras. Otherwise, batsman really unable to get the ball past the 30-yard circle on more than one occasion. Vikrant coming on from the pavilion end. He seems to be struggling, Aditya, as well. Doesn't really look very comfortable against the incoming delivery.
Well, it's been a good start by the Dabanggs, except for the 3 wides. The balls they've got on target have troubled both Aadarsh and Aditya. And that last delivery may have even troubled the bat. So as you can see, they're not too happy with it. They're going to get a replacement.
There's one thing that's pretty interesting about the CCL Season 3, which is, of course, the fact that you've got, at the moment, got 3 teams on 4 points apiece. Just telling you how keenly contested this tournament's now turning out. It was interesting, Rohan, to hear you say that at one stage it seemed that both the Telugu Warriors and the Bhojpuri Dabanggs were sure certainties in the semi-final, with starting the campaign with 2 wins on the trot. You felt that they were the teams to beat, but look at what's the scenario now. The Kerala Strikers, with a win yesterday, are on top of the table, in fact topping the pecking order and through to the semi-finals. The Karnataka Bulldozers are through as well. 2 slots still vacant, 2 spots up for grabs. That's where you'll have 3 teams all in with a chance.
The Telugu Warriors, Veer Marathi, Bhojpuri Dabanggs, all in with a chance. The Mumbai Heroes with an outside chance. They win a big game by a big margin, get their net run rate up, they have an outside chance. But the winner of this game definitely gets into the semi-final. So all to play for.
What really makes it more interesting today, when you have that second match later in the day, is you've got the Veer Marathis, who've got a home game here in Pune, taking on Mumbai, the Mumbai Heroes. So that should be pretty interesting indeed.
I'm expecting a big crowd for that one. Been very impressed with the Veer Marathis this season. It's their debut season.
So too is the case for the Bhojpuri Dabanggs, first season in the CCL, and they've done pretty well so far. Just that one loss, and that too in a match which they probably at one point of time were in a position where you thought they'd win. And of course, happened last weekend. Finally getting a run off that delivery. In fact, coming back for 2.
Oh, that's good running. They saw a small window of opportunity and took the second. At the end of 2, it's 8 for no loss.